In this video, I want to go over what you need to install to be able to program at home. And so to get everything that you need to install, you have to do some quick Google searches. All the software is free. You don't have to pay for it. If you get a prompt to pay for anything, then you're in the wrong spot. You're going to be using Java to code. That's the language that we're going to be using to program in. That's also the language that you're going to be tested in the AP exam. And so let me show you how to get to the Java download executable. You search Java JDK and you should get the following. Version 8 is the older version. We'll go to version 12, which is the third link. We click there and that should take us to this window. Now in this window, there's a few things talking about the license agreements, but this is all free software, free for all of us really. Now there's a few options here. I doubt that any of you have Linux, so you can go straight to either Mac or Windows. The first link of either of the two would work. So the Mac, you'd get the first link there, or the Windows, you'd get the second to the last link. Now before you can download the executable for the installation, you have to accept the license. So you click accept license and you download. Now as this is downloading, I'm also going to take you, so it should finish in a few seconds, but Java itself is the language. Now we use the language, but we need a software to write our code in. And so what you need to use is what we call an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. And so an IDE is where we actually write the code, we compile the code, and we run the code. And there's a ton of IDEs. The one we're going to be using in class is called jGrasp. There's other ones. If I can mention a few, Eclipse is the one, very popular. BlueJ is one that I've used in the past. Greenfoot is one that supports animations. So there's a ton, but jGrasp is very basic, easy to understand, provides you with all the functionality you need. So we look up jGrasp, the first link here, jGrasp homepage. We'll click on that. There's a ton here of stuff that could get you lost, but right here on the top left there's a download link, so we click on download, and we don't have to fill any of this out. This is only for purposes of a survey. Once again, if you have Windows, you'd click on the first executable. If you have a Mac, you'd click on the second. We have Windows, and so we'll click here, or I have Windows. Now you see that it starts downloading here. The JDK is ready, so you click on it. Should go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we click yes. And you're gonna just kind of go with everything as default. So we click next, next. So it's running through the installation. Now jGrasp right here, mine has a little 1 in parentheses at the bottom here on the bottom left, because I've actually downloaded this executable before. And so it adds a 1 every time that you, and a 2 for the second time. So I actually didn't have to download it. I had it already, but that's okay. So it's successfully installed. That's a good thing. We can close this. Now we're gonna run the jGrasp installation. Once again, we say yes, next, agree. Desktop shortcut is good, so we click next. The location where it's going to be installed, you can just set that as default, so you don't have to change that. And then there's no need to select any of these. And so we click next, and then we install. So everything's just standard. We're not customizing anything. Finish. Okay, so now that we've downloaded these two and installed, on the desktop you should have a shortcut for jGrasp, which is this one right here. And so you can now click and open, and all the paths should be set up. You don't have to set up any paths. So this is what jGrasp looks like. In a different video, I'll go over how to customize it for your benefit.